all, can you talk about what you liked and what you didn't like in this very first game that you saw? Not only from the team, but what about yourself? Were you a little anxious yourself about the first day as well?
Yeah, I like the rhythm of the practice. I felt like from the moment we got to the facility this morning that everybody was ready, that we were prepared. We got to the field, we had our activation, then we went into our stretch, and I felt like that was really well organized. We're trying to, make that a winning edge for us, how we kind of start practice. And then I thought just the administration of practice, being brand new, knowing exactly where everyone is on the field, the transition time, hey, where's the hydration break? I felt like it was about as clean as you could hope for. So just really proud of the coaching staff, our sports performance staff, and our players. All right, they're the real studs. They came out here today, competed, and I felt like it was a smooth practice for the first time out together.
How about for yourself? Was there a little anxiousness that you had?
I've been preparing my whole life, for today, tomorrow, the rest of the days. So it was a normal day for me. I was excited to compete. And like I said, for all of us, it's just getting into our new battle rhythm. And today, I felt like I settled in pretty quickly.
I like that term, battle rhythm.
Yeah, we all need it. We all have one. So sometimes that's as important as anything.
Brandon, you guys have to prioritize health since you got here. Obviously, the vacation, not stuff. Specifically, the training camp, how is that going to manifest itself? What is it going to look like in terms of practice?
Yeah, well, I think like the beginning of practice is a good illustration of it. We have our activation, which is just kind of an extra warm-up period, kind of a rollout, right? We kind of stage it in two phases. So Anthony Lamondo, Jonathan Brooks, our staff, they do an excellent job, and that's why I felt like it was kind of surgical today, very well organized. And then we get into our dynamic stretch. And then what we've really tried to do is phase our practices in properly, making sure that, we were 75 minutes on the field today, and that was by design. I wanted our guys to kind of get to the end of the practice and say, hey, I could have gone longer than that. All right, but this is our first time competitively to get together going 11 on 11. So what we're trying to do is phase this in properly, get our guys the right tactical work, but make sure that we're building during training camp, all right, and that we're ready to play when it matters.
Specifically with individual players or veteran guys, do you have specific plans in place in terms of rest days and all that sort of stuff to try and get us healthy? That's healthy when we run?
For sure, Daniel. I think the way we've organized the practices is kind of create a rhythm like the season where you kind of go 3 days on, 1 day off. They give you 6, but that's not what we feel like is best for a player. We want to kind of create the same rhythm that they'll have during the season. And then being mindful of the guys that have played a lot of football. I think I've talked like specifically, there's some guys here that have played a lot more than others. Linval Joseph, Jared Cook, Brian Balaga, Chris Harris. Those guys are different players than a first or second or third year player. And just being mindful of their specific program, and as we go, being mindful of all the GPS data that's available to us that Anthony and Jonathan, Marco Zacconi, our staff do such a great job of keeping us informed as coaches so we can make good decisions.
Coach, since January, you emphasized building a culture, kind of building a camaraderie. How did that express itself over the last mini camp and then into today?
I think knowing how we want to play, knowing how we want to prepare, knowing how we want to train. I think that it's every day, it's all the time. And I think that what we're really focused on is the Chargers and everybody being as good as they can be, and then being really connected, understanding what we do, how we do it, and why we do it, and having both phases of the game, offense, defense, know each other, having everybody know what's involved in the kicking game. And I think that it takes everybody in your organization to get that done. And that's what we're trying to do, is create a team here, a team of teams. That's kind of our goal in training camp. And we're excited to kick that off today.
How happy are you with the vaccine
Yeah, we're encouraged, really encouraged. Where we were in June at minicamp and where we are now are two different places. I'm really proud of our organization, the leadership of our team with Dean and John, Tom Telesco, Ed McGuire, and then our coaching staff, and then the leadership council that we have on our football team, and just all of our players. We've kind of done this together. This situation's moved quickly, like just last night. I'm sure you guys are aware of the memo that was sent out late in the evening. And so what we've tried to do is make informed decisions. And I think that as our guys have learned more, they've acted accordingly and properly. And so proud of where we're at. And we're going to keep moving as this topic moves. And I like where we're headed.
Brandon, what's your goal from now until you get the
Yeah, we want to get through our installation. I think that we really want to establish our practice habits. All right, get into the rhythm of how we practice, and then, hey, this is the way our practice tempo is in helmets, shells, pads. Really, there's a precision to how we want to practice, okay, and really defining that well so the players can go execute it. When you define things well for the players, then they can go do it. So, we kicked that off today, and we're going to get better as we go. But I think, establishing that practice tempo, I think is really important, and then being able to get the tactical work that you need. We're getting ready to play, and so you're preparing for the season. And it's a tactical phase, and then it's a personnel evaluation phase. You're trying to get both of those things done, and so we're pretty specific with how we organize practice and reps and the actual installation process. So we want to get through this first installation feeling like, hey, we've built a foundation to go play a season with.
Today, did you come in saying 75 minutes, or did you kind of see the rhythm of practice and said at one point, okay, you know what, this is it, let's move on?
75 minutes was our goal. We were kind of sticking to that today. Yeah, O'Day played on the right side in Detroit. That's kind of where his sweet spot is. And Matt played on the left at guard. Matt's played right tackle at Pittsburgh, but when he's played guard, it's been on the left side. So kind of feel like those positions are kind of their natural positions at guard. And we're excited about both those guys.
Brandon, the linebacker.
Go ahead, Shelly. Was excited to compete with him today. I was excited. I know how hard he's worked to get to this moment. And I think that you always take everybody's circumstance into consideration, and you know what this guy's been through, and you know what this thing means to him. And for him to go out there today, run the show for our team, and compete at a high level, we're asking him to do a lot because he can handle a lot. And just to see him live his dream today and help us get one day closer to being as good as we can be, because we all know when he's out there, or this team, is a lot different football team, and it's a lot different movie, all right? And I'm excited to watch this movie, all right, with him in it.
Just the linebacker talent and depth that you have on this roster, what is that going to allow you to do defensively in your scheme that maybe you couldn't do last year?
Yeah, I think what you try to do is you take advantage of who you have, for sure, and you play to the strengths of your current personnel. We can't play the same way we did last year or when I was in Chicago or Denver. We got to take this group, and this group has got to express itself. And so I'm really excited about our inside linebacker core. I think with Kenneth Murray, Drew Tranquil, Kaiser White, we got Cole Christensen, we got some young guys, right, that are competing. But I think those top three guys have all played winning football, for this football team. And I think everybody in the NFL knows these three guys are quality players. And so I've really enjoyed getting to work with these guys. And then Michael Wilhoit and Johnny Timu, those guys are two G's that are coaching them. Those guys are former NFL linebackers, right, that have played this game, that have lived it. And I know that that's going to be a strength of this football team, at inside linebacker.
Brandon, with Justin Jackson, will he be out the full 10 days, or is there a possibility he could be available?
Yeah, he'll be back. He's going to do the full 10 days, but he should be back here by the end of the week. And we're excited to get him back. He's had a really good offseason.
What about Hurst?
Hurst is PUP.
Hey, Coach, outside of your excitement for in anticipation of getting here to this day, what kept you up over the last couple nights? What kept you awake over the last couple nights?
Not much. I sleep really well because I know how hard we prepare. I think it's more like it's not what keeps you up at night. I think it's what wakes you up. I think it's what wakes you up early. I think is probably how I look at it. I think you're just that we put in a lot of work from January to June, but the NFL season kind of starts now when you put shoulder pads and helmets on, and it's training camp. So, and games are upon you. So I think we're all excited to play football together and compete. And I'll tell you what, it makes it feel real is when you come into the parking lot and you see a bunch of kids getting ready to watch training camp, and you see fans in the stands wearing our guys' jerseys and our colors. And this game is a lot more special with fans and with you guys here. It's such a different atmosphere. It feels so much more like football, and I'm so thankful for it.